I'm an entrepreneur. Sometimes I get my customers to pay me in Bitcoin, and it's not because I
Hold on, y'all. I
want.
gotta get some water.
It's not because I want them to pay me in Bitcoin, because I can obviously just take the money that they owe me and buy Bitcoin myself. But what I do is I want them to pay me in Bitcoin because it's now going to open up a door for their interest and understand what Bitcoin is. Like, who gonna come over here and do work for me and they say they want some Bitcoin? What is this Bitcoin stuff? So it entices the people that you're talking to also be curious about Bitcoin.
Right. Well, yeah. Oh, Danita said, is the book in audio? Yeah, it's on Audible. I'm sure it's on Audible. You can
I
get the
would
audio.
check YouTube too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
YouTube is
YouTube is right
free.
there
Yeah,
on there free.
yeah, YouTube free. Yeah, hey, if it's free, it's for me.
You might have commercials though.
Yeah, we ain't tripping about commercials, man.
Okay,
Uh,
so hold on. Let me also bring up this though.
hey, y'all, and listen, if y'all in the building, make sure if you're in Detroit that you stop by one of these locations. We got 7 Mile and Out of Drive area. We got Barbecue Central. Make sure y'all stop by there. It's the home of beef ribs. Make sure if you're trying to get your wood floors done, the Hardwood King, Jason McHenry is on here. Make sure that y'all check in with him. Y'all trying to get hardwood floors or anything done with that floor, man. He killed that. My guy Sadell, he does business credit, some credit repair. I talked to him the other day and he gave me a gem. He said, if you want to get your credit right and you just not at a 400, you could get a loan. Loans don't go against your, what did you say?
I know where you was going. I'm like, what the heck are you talking
No, it
about?
was real. It was real. You said that loans don't count against your debt
Utilization.
income.
Your
Utilization.
utilization.
Yeah, utilization. So you could get a loan and not drop your credit and pay down your credit cards.
It would actually increase your credit because you don't have all that revolving debt. So
Danita
it's
said
great.
that she'd like to link with you on the business credit or the floors, Danita. I don't know which one you're talking about. But yeah, just let me know which one. And then yeah, Kim, the food place, they cater. So which one is it? Danita, the floors or
Hold on.
the
Can I bring up one more thing to the audience?
go ahead,
Just
brother.
want to give you an example of something. There's even if you don't know too much about Bitcoin, and we know that it's 100,000. There's other things that you could get into. Like I said, altcoins. I brought up XRP. You've heard of people when Shiba Inu first came out. A guy spent $8,000 and turned that to 5.7 billion. I only bring up examples like this just to show you that no, that's not typical, but the ability for you to be able to create a nice amount of wealth is investing.
Yeah,
I only want to bring up the point about the altcoin simply because a lot of people look at Bitcoin and look at the price and they get intimidated. But there's other coins out there that you can do your research on that could bring you like very good returns.
yeah,
Because the smaller the coin, as long as it's a good coin, it'll grow. I give an example. I listened to a altcoin daily, and they told me about a coin called Sui, SUI, and I started buying it. And I was buying Sui. I think the lowest I was getting it was like 40 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents, and now Sui just hit 5.50, $5.50. So all I'm saying is you can invest in certain things. I invest in the coins that have utility, which means that they have a job. Sui has a job because it's a blockchain. Um, I'm just saying there's other coins that you can invest in and still get good returns. We just want you to invest. You don't have to buy Bitcoin. You don't. That's not what we're saying. We're not pushing you to blow money into Bitcoin. That's not what I want you to do. But I do want you to invest. I'm not telling you what to invest in, but I want you to invest. That's the whole. That's my whole point about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you have to take the worthless dollars. The dollar is like an ice cube sitting on the counter in the kitchen. It's melting away slowly. So
He
you
the
actually
king.
have
I'm
He the
to.
telling
king.
So you actually have to take that money and put it into something that's actually not gonna. It's gonna be like a snowball going down the hill. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So you got one that's melting, and then you got one that's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Bitcoin is the bigger and bigger and bigger. So you take the worthless dollars, put it in a thing that's gonna keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Because what they have you like when you really think about like how they have us programmed to give away our retirement, our life to somebody else. Because if you have a 401k at your job and you actually like are contributing to it, you're actually giving someone else the opportunity to like screw up or make your life good at the end. So most people spend more time planning their vacation than they do planning their life. But the thing is, like, if you will see, most people have that 401k and it's called a retirement plan. And you ask most people when it's retirement, they'll say 65. But really, that retirement plan, if you know what to do with it, it can retire you at any age.
Any age.
Any age. So you use that because that's that lump sum that you may need to put down on a rental property that you about to get ready to flip. You know what I'm saying? But it's like most people don't even have the mindset of that. So they're like, I'm stuck here in this one place for the next 20 years. Whereas just if that money that you think you need, you think that is a lifetime away, but in actuality, it's because you don't know one thing that's keeping you from like the financial overflow. Just you not knowing one thing. And I was that's the story that Eric was talking about. Um, because the guy had a high utilization, and I was like, man, look, just get what I would do in that situation is get a personal loan and pay the credit card down below a certain utilization percentage, and then that will open up the floodgates of business credit for you.
Yeah,
So but he was saying that he thought it's going to take him 6 months to save up that 10,000 to pay off that credit card. But I was like, look, you could get the money next week. So he's actually started the process of something, like right away that he thought was going to take him 6 months.
yeah.
So it's easier to borrow $1 million than it is to save $1 million. But they got us being scared, afraid of the one thing that actually could free us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
You
listen,
trade your
Investing
time for
and
money, and they
investing
trained you to be
and
that way.
investing frees you. Investing frees you. Most people think that is gambling, but they
yeah,
want you to think that because they want you to keep giving your money to the 401k managers that's enriching them.
yeah. Well,
And
the
giving
You
you
know?
pay.
the
Look at
leaders
your
on
bank
the
account.
man, on the
Look at
business.
your bank account. You get what, 1%, less than 1% a year interest.
Yeah,
Just look at your bank account. If you had $1 million in the bank and you left that $1 million in the bank for 10 years, when you came back, it wouldn't be $1 million no more.
But you know what? That money that they put in the bank, you know who they give it to? They give it to the people that got the businesses. We
Exactly.
go out there because the whole game is you borrow money from a person at a low percent. You take that money, go flip it at a higher percent. Take that low percent, take a percentage of that and pay the bank back and keep the profit. So if you keep that business model, all you got to do is keep borrowing an unlimited amount of money
Rinse and
because you're
repeat.
keeping it different.
yeah,
So it's like, but if you got good credit, that will allow you to keep getting more and more and more money. So good credit is the like the golden ticket to like because when I was growing up, man, I used to have ideas about starting a business, all that stuff. I'm glad I didn't because I don't think none of the business I did that I was thinking I would have succeeded. You know what I'm saying? But but I used to think like, man, you go, they would say, man, you get the business plan, go to the bank, and then they give you the money. And I'm like, okay. And then what I found is the bank will be asking me for money, and I'd be like, oh, I don't got no money. They'd be like, well, they pretty much not gonna lend me money. And what I said was, man, why would I come to the bank if I had money? But what I found is that's when banks will lend to you.
When you have money.
When you have money, you don't, when you go to a bank and you have money, or if you have excellent credit, they'll open up the floodgates to you. You
Yeah.
know, and that's one thing that I figured out. And I used to think that it was, oh, because I'm black and like all that type of stuff. There has never been not one time the business credit card people have asked me what color I was. You know what I'm saying? And they don't care, because all they care about is if I'm able to flip that money and give them their money back with a percentage, with a profit. That's
Right.
what they care about.
And so we got Kim on here as well. She has a apparel company called Ooh Wee Apparel. Y'all check her out. I'm trying to big up every business in the room. Then we got Wood on the Beat. If you need any tracks, anything like that, you need anything like that, you can holler at Wood. He's on here. Anybody else, man? Shout your business out in the comments. I actually got a book coming out about bullying in Bitcoin. So be on the lookout for that. That's
Let
gonna
me
just
say one more thing, E.
Bitcoin. Go ahead, brother.
Crypto and real estate go hand in hand. It's like a circle. When you get the money in crypto, you buy assets, houses, apartment complexes, because depending on how much money you make in crypto, you'll be surprised how much you can make in crypto. The point is, you take that money out and you buy houses, and then the houses take care of you in the bear market. The bear market is when the crypto market is down, and then the money goes back around again every 4 years. So all the 3 years that you're down, you making money off of your hard assets, your houses, your apartment complexes, your buildings, and then you just keep funding it. You rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So when you make the money out of crypto to have something to do with it, of course you're not going to go out there and buy cars and stuff like that, but you buy houses and assets, and you let those assets pay you while we're in the bear market. Now, let me just say this too. Millionaires are made during the recession. So when the market is down, that's when we want to load up. It's almost like if you was buying houses, you want to buy houses in a buyer's market, and then you sell them in a seller's market, and you get top dollar. You could buy them 30,000, you sell them for whatever, 130, 150, 170. The point is, you buy them low, you sell high. So we want to start getting it to the point where we invest in, and when it's low, then we can get a lot more of whatever these things that we're investing in. Same as houses, same as buildings, same as whatever that is that you making money off of. The point is, we just keep rinsing the money over, keep moving the money over, keep moving the money over, and you're gonna always have it. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Sadell, how do people get in contact with you on your email? You want to give out your email address?
Oh yeah, man. Well, you can just do my Instagram. You know, I finally got that set up. You know, it's I'm probably the last person on earth that, well, no, Jason probably behind me, so we probably the last two people.
They
Hey, Jason,
probably had one.
you got to go ahead and get everybody. You the last person on earth. Like,
Yeah.
But
so
listen,
yeah, just
but
Sadell Murray. You know,
y'all gonna definitely be able to
Instagram.
find him here because we're gonna be doing this probably once a week.
It's
You know,
getting me through you, because I
yeah.
don't have no social media, nothing.
Okay, well, if you got any questions for Jay, just inbox me or whatever. However, if you got my number, just call me. But Sadell, you can go to Sadell Murray on Instagram, and you
And I
can.
put some YouTube videos out too. So same name, everything.
Yep,
Real
Sadell
name,
Murray.
no gimmick.
You'll never get rich working. You're gonna get rich investing.